enjoy the program.
Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome once again to another episode on the education segment of the Talk Show. I am Sanusi Rebecca and I'm really excited once again to be live on the show today as usual. Last week was a swell and Talk Show as we discussed the subject purpose, and I had a wonderful guest on the show, Apostle Samuel Peter, as he explained to us how to identify our purpose. He discussed a lot of things. He talked about the role of mentorship, where mentorship comes in. He trashed a lot of things that is as regarding us fulfilling our purpose in this world. So you can do well to check out for the podcast episode so that you can enjoy. Last week was on point, and I'm sure this week will not be an exception on this show, Talk Show, once again. Like I always say, sit back, relax, and let us enjoy the show together. Today will not be an exception. Like I said earlier, today we'll be discussing official calls. I know that topic sounds somehow official calls. What's up with official calls? What's official calls? The thing is, I'd like to educate us as regarding official calls. Maybe presently that you're live with me on the show, maybe you're a married person, or better still, you're single, or you're a student, whatsoever. This information is actually very vital for you as regarding now and later in life. You can apply it. So it is a topic, it's a very interesting topic that we really love to talk about. So today's show is gonna be interesting. Just know that. So like I said, we'll be discussing official calls. What's up? What's your take about official call? What do you think official call is about? Do you think official calls do you think there's a time frame when official calls should come? Assuming you're working with an organization, or better still, you're working with a school, wherever you're working, of course, when do you think it's actually good for your boss in your office place to call you? Do you feel it's actually weird for your boss to call you in the night? Some people, we have a lot of different views as regarding that. I've seen people who say that there's really nothing. Someone like me now, I don't have any specific time that you cannot call me. You can call me anytime. I'll be like, Titi, I need you to get this done, and surely I'm going to get it done. So far, it's something I have passion for and I really love doing. I'm gonna get it done. So that's just that. But then we have different perspectives as regarding these official calls. Some people believe that official calls shouldn't be an issue. Okay, in case of emergency. But do you think official calls should come every time? What specific do you think there's a time frame, especially for married people? So that's what we're going to be discussing today on the show. But before then, during the course of the week, one of my correspondents, oh my god, Oluwakemi, a very awesome lady, she went around Ogun State to interview people as regarding this matter of official calls. She interviewed people and people talked about it, what they view, especially married people, as regarding this topic official call. Of course, I'm going to take something on the program today, but then I would love us to hear the response, people's view outside the world as regarding this office calls of the thing. But before I take that, I would like to say this: if you're live with me on the show, or maybe later you tend to listen to this podcast, I will need you to actually drop your response on the comments box to tell me your own take as regarding this official call of a thing. You like official call? What's your take on official calls? What's up with you if you're in a workplace and your boss decides to call you anytime? Is it acceptable? Do you have a time frame that you believe nobody should call you from workplace? I will need you to also drop your response on the comment box. So I'll take a short break now, and once I'm back, we take the report from Oluwakemi from Ogun State as regarding these official calls of the thing. Don't go away, please.
Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the remaining parts of today's program.
Okay, you're welcome back. If you're live with me on the show, I'm so excited to have you. Just know that every day I'm always excited to be on air, and I'm always excited to have my people listening to me on the podcast episode today. So, what you expect of the time we get up to pick up this podcast, even after a year, just know that I'm really excited to have you listening to this particular episode. Okay, so straight away, let's hear the report from Oluwakemi. As regarding these these official calls of the thing. She went around during the week to interview people as regarding this topic, and I would like us to calm down, pay attention, just keep cool, and let us hear the report from Ogun State. Don't go away, please. We are still here. The voice you'll be hearing now will be our voice, obviously.
All right, so our wonderful listeners will say good day over there. Thank you for joining TikTok Show live on the educational segment. Today we are discussing official call. TikTok Show is going around to interview people on this topic. We want to know their view on official calls and other things associated to this. At the moment, I have a young woman here with me. Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
Please, can I meet you, please?
Yes, my name is Mrs. Taiwo.
Okay. Please, I would like to know your view on official call. What is official call to you?
Okay, to me, I believe official call is a call relating to work, not work alone. I believe anything that brings in money, like business and the likes. That's an official call.
Okay, so a call from one's workplace, a call from one's business is official call.
Exactly.
Okay, now I will ask you, do you really think there is need for official call, like receiving call from one's boss or subordinate, or calls from one's business partner? Is there any need for that? Is there reasons for that?
Of course, there will be reason for official call.
Okay, can you tell us some of the reasons for official calls, some of the needs for official calls?
Well, there are so many needs for official call, depending on the kind of job you do.
Okay.
You know, like now in the medical sector,
okay,
there are so a lot of ways or means or reasons why you should make official call.
Okay.
Let's take for instance a medical doctor. A medical doctor, one of the duty of a medical doctor is to save life, okay, and to answer to any distress call at okay, any time. Okay. So I believe like a medical doctor is prone to receive any call at any time of the day. Okay. Unlike other sectors. Okay. You understand? Like let's say maybe a banker or something. Like a banker now, I see no reason why if me I'm a banker, I see no reason why I should be receiving an official call at odd hours. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. So it's important I receive official calls. Probably maybe when my presence is needed and I'm not on seat at the moment. Definitely an official call will be put through to me. Okay,
so if I get it right now, you are saying official calls are restricted to some works or some jobs that you are saying some works do not require receiving official calls. They do not require receiving emergency calls, right?
Well, there are two things here. When we talk about official call, it's different from emergency call.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So official call is call relating to the work you do. Okay. But emergency call is not all business or work that requires an emergency call. Okay. But some people sometimes they abuse the privilege given to make an official call.
Okay. So far now you've been working. To you, is there an ideal time or a time limit that there should be an official call coming in, or calls can just come in anytime, any day, especially for the married ones?
Well, especially for the married ones, there should be a restricted time. Okay. And the restricted time I'm talking about, like I said earlier, should be depending on the kind of job the person does. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. Like an office person now, I believe at the close of work, official call should have ended to a married person. But let's take for instance those an artisan. Okay. You understand? Let me use a makeup artist for an example. Okay. A makeup artist that is expecting a job at any time of the day, even at 11 o'clock, even at odd hours. Even if such a person receives call, I don't believe it should be an offense. Okay. You understand? But an office person, I believe there should be restriction to calls. of official call, because definitely at the close of the day, I expect all office work should have ended.
Okay.
To resume the.
So by that time, the person should resume personal business, and then by then, people from office, from work, should not meddle into their businesses, right?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, let me now ask: if you work in an organization and then you receive calls from your workplace, I mean an official call, how do you manage such call, maybe at an odd hour, with your own personal business? Receiving call as a married woman now, you are receiving call at 11 p.m. in the night when the house people around you are already sleeping. How do you manage that in order not to get your partner offended? How do you manage official call and your own personal life?
Well, for me personally, anything from the close of work, I don't think I'll be able to receive official call. Okay. So there are two things. There are two ways I think I can tackle that. Okay. It is either I don't pick such calls, or probably to switch off my phone to avoid any grievance.
Okay.
So that's to me, I think that's the best way I can deal with that.
Okay, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. So our listeners, we've heard from the young lady I interviewed now, Mrs. Taiwo. She said her views on official calls, that it has to do with jobs, the kind of job you are doing, the type of work you do, and even the bosses you are relating with. Official calls should have a time limit, especially for the married ones. You shouldn't meddle into their businesses. And then she said so far the way she has been managing it is that sometimes she fails to pick up the call, or she just switch off her phone in order to avoid grievances from the person calling. Again, I have a young man here with me. You are welcome, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Can I meet you, sir?
Mr. Peter.
Okay. Yes, I would like to know your view on official call.
When we talk about official call, these are calls that are quite different from emergencies and personal private calls. Official calls are calls that, when you receive, it has to do with one or two business transaction or the other. Okay.
Will you now agree that there are reasons to make official calls, especially from bosses or even subordinate people in one's workplace? They can always call. Do you agree to that?
Yes, of course. I'm in agreement to that. Officials call can be.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you were listening to the young lady that left just now. Do you think there's an ideal time, or there's a restriction to the time one can receive an official call for the singles and for the married?
Quite impressive. And there's an ideal time for receiving an official call, more especially for the married ones. So many married people, especially the females, their husbands may tolerate it, some may not tolerate it. Okay. So, but I think the only suggestion I can give to the married ones on official call is that there should be a time limit for it. And for the singles, like somebody like myself, I'm a male, there's no time. I can receive an official call anytime. Okay. So it has nothing to do with my other lifestyle. Okay. So for the married ones, I will advise that there should be a time for it to avoid misunderstanding or to avoid conflicts.
Okay. Now, do you think the management of a particular workplace should be considerate, in handling with the singles and the married?
Of course.
Or they should just relate with them generally? Should there be respect for the married, or they should just relate with them as singles too?
Everybody deserves respect in life, but in a situation like this, I think the married should be respected due to their partner, according to their partner. Because, like I said earlier on, not every partner will accept that. Okay. So I think the marriage should be respected.
Okay, thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. Okay, to our listeners who've heard from the two speakers, they